My name is Patrick Thomason. I'm a 19-year-old agency owner, and in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I signed 30 clients for my SMMA in 90 days and the exact playbook as to how you can copy and paste this as well. Now, for some background, I used to work at Barnes & Nobles to be able to learn this marketing stuff, and then I eventually got into the online marketing space. I've been running my own agency for a little over 2 years now, and I market for software companies. Now, this playbook that I'm going to be teaching you is applicable to any agency vertical, no matter who you market for. Let's hop straight into it. I'm pretty excited. Let's go. So first of all, we have to understand is your target market and who you're going after, okay? So right now I'm going to explain off the bat, if you mess this up, you are absolutely screwed. And the only reason why is because you have to understand what kind of price point you can charge based off who you are targeting, okay? So for instance, most SMMA owners hop in the social media marketing game and they automatically start outreaching to local businesses. And what do they use? A tool like Google Maps. Now, there's actually nothing wrong with this specifically, but I would tell you if you're starting off, go to the lowest barrier of entry, which would probably be this, in order to gather as much testimonials and case studies. So this is exactly what I tell you off the bat. You probably want to go after some sort of local business. I hopped straight into software companies. I only did this because I had a few unfair advantages, and that's why I started off with them. But you have to understand that initially, whoever you're targeting, no matter what niche, you need to factor in what's the sales cycle. The larger the company, the longer the sales cycle, and it's going to just be extrapolated over a longer period of time, basically. Now, I have the exact step-by-step frameworks and playbook as to how you can do this inside this entire video, which I'm going to be explaining. But more importantly, the first link right down below is a free client acquisition strategy call, and it's basically to show you exactly how you can take your existing agency from wherever you're at right now to booking 60 meetings like I do every single month. I take 2 to 3 sales calls every single day for my agency, for my consulting program. But if you want a guarantee of signing 10 high-ticket clients, as well as like 5 to 10 hours of straight modules regarding the exact system that I use in terms of offer, outreach, and things like that, that's your first link right down below. Just want to let y'all know. So like I said, whoever you're targeting in terms of business to business, you need to be able to understand who they are, the sales cycle, how long the sales cycle is, and where they hang out. So if you're going to enter in some sort of an industry, you have to be educated on why are they there and how can you help them, okay? So most of the time, if you're targeting a local business, you have to understand you are probably capped at a $2,500, or I'd even say, $4,000 at most a month price point. Now, the reason being isn't because you're bad at your job or whatever you're doing, or you're not that skillful. The only reason being is because you are only utilizing your skills to help a certain avatar. If you were to use your skills to help a different avatar, like a company that's producing $5 million in revenue, it's much more likely for them to pay you a $7,500 a month retainer than it is for a local business that's maybe generating $1 million in revenue, but has much more overhead costs because they're, more brick and mortar. Maybe there's some sort of a restaurant, some sort of a retail chain in that regard. Whatever it is, you have to understand why exactly they're able to charge their customers what they charge and how much potential you have to charge them as well, them being your customer. So these are all questions you have to be asking yourself. Now, obviously, I would answer everything for you, but I just can't in this video. I wish I could, but I can't. So niche is huge. Sales cycle is huge with understanding who exactly you're targeting and how long the sales cycle is going to be. I'll tell you, if you're going to enter in anywhere like a fintech space or a software space, you're going to have a lot more sales cycles. Essentially, it's going to be a lot longer. You're going to be talking to different heads of marketing, different heads of sales, different directors, different VPs, different SDR teams, stuff like that. So first of all, out of this entire playbook, this entire puzzle, this is the first thing you have to understand, okay? Who do you want to target? Why do you want to target them? How do you want to target them? And what exactly is the incentive for them? What's the incentive for you? Understanding all of this is going to be key to what I'm going to be talking about next which is the entire sales process, okay? So now I'm explaining to you how this keeps your money alive. So I want you to think of it like you're going out there and you're fishing in the ocean, right? And so the ocean is what? The ocean is very vast. There's a lot of water in the ocean, okay? Let's correlate money to the ocean. Water is money in this respect, okay? Money's already there. The ocean already has the water in it, okay? And it's your job to position yourself in a profitable part of the ocean to get as many fish, as many resources as possible, okay? Because the market is already out there. Ocean, already out there. Money, already printed. Capital, already made, all right? So now when you come towards the sales process, when you're approaching these businesses, you have to work to keep your money alive. Because let me put it to you like this. There's gonna be a point in time where you probably already understand this. You're probably already an agency owner that's making a few grand a month, or maybe you're past that $10,000 to $20,000 a month, but your systems are kind of shaky and you're looking for some extra help to build a solid infrastructure. This is gonna be for you as well, okay? So biggest thing here is like, look, your sales process is good, but let's say you deal with 30 leads per month. And let's say you convert 30% of those into clients, which is obviously 10. So what you have to understand here is this. Every single day that goes by, the leads are becoming more and more disinterested in your product and in your service. And it's your job as the fisherman or whatever to keep this money alive. This is exactly why strategies like hammer them strategy are extremely important. The hammer them strategy, I'm not going to get into fully in this video, but essentially is there's a window between the time the prospect books in a call, let's make it this plus, and there's a gap. This is the gap that I'm typing right now, okay? And let's say right here, that's the call right there. So in this gap, it is your job to essentially hammer them. Now I'm talking with not just necessarily SMS messages like your call is in 14 hours, but I'm talking content assets, case studies, valuable insights, thought leadership, cult-like content. There's a very specific way that I teach the hammer them strategy that actually increases the close rate for my clients in the program. Now, I'm not going to get into that exact strategy. Like I said, if you want it, you can check out the first link right down below. But the hammer them strategy essentially encompassed is you are flooding your prospect's belief system and inbox on their phone with all of your content assets, all of your case studies, all the valuable insights, all the thought leadership, all the cult-like content in order to shift their belief system into more of yours. And you want to make it to where by the time they hop on the call, they are a freaking 10 out of 10, already familiar with you. They know who you are. They like you. They trust you. You're seen as a figure. Whereas when they first opted in, first booked in the call, they're probably like a 1 out of 10, okay? Again, this is just a little example for you guys. Now, there's a reason why my leads from YouTube are extremely nurtured and my close rate is about 50 to 60% just from YouTube inbound. Now, the reason being is because you guys have already seen my content. You've watched my face on your screen for a certain amount of time, so you're already indoctrinated into my belief system. So things like hammer them strategy, you guys are familiar with. Things like software marketing, you guys have heard of from me before. You guys are familiar with kind of how I do my own outreach using LinkedIn and things like that. You guys are kind of familiar with who I am, how I used to work at Barnes & Noble's to buy a bunch of marketing books and work myself up from there. You guys are kind of already familiar with my story. And so by the time that you guys hop on a call with me, you're like, oh, I know Patrick, whatever. I know your story, I know you. And so this is kind of what we have to do, but we have to speed run it, okay? So we have to compress all those 8 or hour, 2 hours of you watching my content or the prospect watching your content. We have to compress that time frame into 24 hours, 48 hours, however long it takes for your prospect to book in, then to show up on the call. I hope this video is making sense so far. If it is, make sure to drop a like right down below and hit the subscribe button. And also do not forget to comment your biggest takeaway as of right now. That way I can be informed as to what is helping you guys out the most, okay? That's exactly what's going to keep your money alive. That's what's going to essentially keep this entire target market up to date, okay? So after we figure out who we're helping out, we have a solid and concise price point of how exactly we're going to be charging these clients when we onboard them as a social media marketing agency. After we understand that our sales process is very key to everything in our business as well, keeping the leads alive, keeping the blood flowing to the heart, basically, we now have the last thing, obviously, which is fulfillment and company culture, okay? If you sit in front of your computer 24 hours a day and work, it's sustainable for a period of time. Any mature agency owner will tell you that is not the ideal lifestyle, nor lifestyle that is sustainable for anyone by any means. I don't care if you even work on Wall Street. Those guys can sustain it for a period of time. And then they have also periods of times where they go out on vacation or something and they go ham in other areas of their lives. A company culture, building up automations, assets, appointment setters, closers, is going to take you from an Elon Musk 12, 16-hour workday machine to a cash machine, okay? At this point in time, I'm only bringing in Elon Musk into the picture because he only works that way because he's at a certain part of his life. Obviously, if you were to sit back, he'd still make millions of dollars literally every single week passively. I think he understands that too. He just has a different type of passion. I don't really know. I can't speak on behalf of him, but I can say he's in a much different position than you and I are at right now, realistically, okay? But what I will tell you is that the third pillar of a very profitable agency, one that I've been building over the past 24 months, is one of company culture and one of building other people up. One of my 8-figure mentors once told me, 8-fig mentor, he told me, he said, Patrick, if you put as much energy and effort you put in your clients into your team, you'd be a millionaire by now. Make it multi-millionaire by now. So he told me, he said, look, if you put as much effort into your team, building up individuals, creating talent and curating a culture as you do into your existing clients in terms of fulfillment for your agency, where do you think you'd be? That's a very good question because at the time I was putting a lot of effort into my clients. I was constantly worried about fulfillment and making sure everything goes clean in terms of A to Z. But what I could have done is I could have hired out a few key positions in terms of appointment setting, some fulfillment managers, and a closer to where my life would have been a lot easier. So obviously every single one of these pillars is covered in my inner circle. I give away the exact infrastructure and I pretty much guarantee, I have a written guarantee that you will sign 10 high ticket clients every single month in your SMMA and under 90 days where you get your full investment back. It's pretty much the guarantee. Like I said, you guys know where to find it. It's the first link right down below. You guys can book in a little call. But more importantly, this is the exact pillars and the exact playbook that you need to be thinking about. These are the exact thought exercises that you need to be thinking about to then book in these amounts of meetings and then actually scale up your agency. I don't care if you're at $2,000 a month right now or if you're at $25,000 a month right now. You have some sort of a bottleneck, whether it's acquisition, whether it is in your sales process, or whether it is in your fulfillment. No matter what it is, you probably have some sort of a bottleneck that you're not quite happy yet with, and you need some extra help and you need some extra guidance. So I hope this video pointed out the key pillars that actually helped you in return. I've been using these pillars. I still do every single day. These are the most important pillars that I continuously think about. I run myself through these thought exercises every single day. I already know for a fact I'm hitting a great target market, a lot of capital, a lot of potential, and I'm constantly thinking about how I can decrease my sales timeline and kind of increase the sales velocity in my pipeline. I'm always thinking about these things. These are really good thought exercises and questions to be asking yourself. And I'm constantly looking for talent that watch these YouTube videos, that hit me up on Instagram and all this other stuff so that I can actually help hire and that I can actually build up the next sort of level of talent that can then obviously replace me or at least parts of me in the business. So with that being said, that's exactly how you are going to sign 30 SMMA clients over the course of 90 days by simply answering those couple of questions That's exactly how I did it. That's exactly how you can do it too. All right. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and a comment and subscribe down below. And if you're an agency owner, fill out that first link right down below. Just book on a quick little strategy call. We'll look at the bottlenecks in your business, see if I'm able to actually help you. If I am, cool. I'll show you what it looks like to partner up together and actually build this entire infrastructure and release it into your agency to predictably sign you 10 high-ticket clients every single month. If I can't help you for whatever reason, I will at least point you in the right direction. All right, I look forward to speaking with you soon. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.